I got the horse right here. The name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says it both.
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Friday, September the 4th races at Hastings. We do have 7 races on our final Friday night live program of the season. They've been very successful through the month of August, and
I
heading
like the
into
Friday nights. It's
they're great.
Nostalgic for me. I grew up going
to
the races.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights were great.
Yeah, the night racing's cool, and make it out if you can on Friday night to Hastings. As Mike mentioned, it's our last one of the season, and it's a good time.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, and also a reminder to everyone, the Sea to Sky Pick 6 carryover is...
It's over 28,000.
Yeah, it's getting near the 30,000. It'll be over 30,000.
Yeah, for sure. It's like 28.5.
Yeah,
roughly.
so that's exciting. You have to be the only winner, though. It's a 20-cent wager, but you can get a lot of coverage for even a $20 bill or something, and still have a shot. You do have to be the only winner to take home the jackpot.
Even though the night on 20 cents, it paid $400 or so.
Which is
as
good.
a consolation. Yeah,
and there's a lot of favorites that came in, so it was good. Let's get into the Friday night program. Drew, race number 1, we got some 2-year-olds here going at just 3.5 furlongs. The nursery course, actually the early double is for 2-year-olds, but this one is 12-5 claimers. I ended up on the 4-horse Fun Before the Storm out of a very fast race mare, West Coast Fun. The sire Storm Victory has sired some pretty fast horses as well.
This one was in already and scratched in the paddock, did it not?
Correct.
Yeah.
And just hoping that this horse is on its best behavior. The works are excellent for a top barn, and I'm just gonna, and top rider. I'm just gonna try the 4 Fun Before the Storm. I don't have a strong opinion on anyone in the opener, but this, anytime you got Craig and Hamill together, generally these horses are very good, or at least they're in play. And I know you're not going to get a lot of value on a horse like this, but still, he's definitely one to have on your early pick 4s.
Yeah, for sure.
I put the 2-horse Oma for Deirdre Bell. Looks like she has this one going
Another
well.
one that scratched out of that last race.
I know. There's a mess.
Scratched,
there's a 6-horse field. Turned out,
3-horse
went
fields.
to 3 horses. So, I mean, there's some poor performers that need to be better. They were poor on the track and poor in the paddock. And,
they make it to the gate, though. They look live.
But, yeah, you're correct. And Alex Marty will ride Oma. Good works. And I put the 1-horse Omega Victory. This horse might be the sleeper of them all. I don't think you're going to get 20 to 1 on the horse, but I hope so. This horse actually broke reasonably well. Wasn't sent to the lead by Jeff Birmingham. Just opted to sit just in behind horses and try to get the 6 furlongs. I think if he would have sent the horse, this horse would have had a chance to be fast. But I think Jeff did the right thing by trying to cover him up, and you got 2 turns to go around, and he ended up failing in the last 1/8 of a mile. But if you look at the works, how could the horse be ready to do it? The 106, 50, 39,
and move to the Lasix program
this
today
horse ran
too.
Really sneaky good.
Yeah.
And if this horse breaks from the rail, long shot potential, and I just wanted to throw that one in. I went 4, 2, and 1, but once again, not a strong opinion on anyone.
I went to the 8 Corporate Last. Well-bred daughter of Include, the Canmore Farms bought out of the Keeneland sale.
Mark does a good job.
Mark, he had a winner with a 2-year-old last week with McDove.
You're still celebrating here last night.
That's right. Yeah, Steve McDonald was still living it up. He's McDoving it. I like the gate work. 36-3 out of the gate on August 23rd. That tells me this horse is probably ready to, break well, be in play early, and gets Antonio Reyes. I put Corporate Last on top. Fun Before the Storm out in the 2nd spot for the reasons you mentioned, the one on Craig McPherson, Richard Hamill. Was entered already, scratched, been working well back. Yeah. A lot to like about Fun Before the Storm. And Oma, Dieter Bell's horse, one you have in the 2nd spot. I put in the 3rd spot for Alex Marti. I went 8, 4, and 2 in the 1st. On to the 2nd, 2-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs, maiden 12-5. I went to the 2 here, We're As Good As Gold out of the Robbie Anderson barn. That race 2 back, which ran against fillies, only got beat a length and a quarter by It's a Factum. Very good effort there. Worked well going into that race. Then ran against the boys last time. Ran into some tough ones like Silent Native, Holy Hollywood.
Yeah, they're all in the
that we'll see in the sales stakes on Monday. Yeah. I thought a pretty good effort there too, and now drops down for 12-5. Has some foundation under her. Looks to be live in here.
Back against fillies.
Exactly. Back in against the girls. I went with We're As Good As Gold on top. But Mini Fridge, filly out of the Mike Anderson barn, gets David Lopez for Todd Mountain Thoroughbreds. Debuts on the Lasix program. just Mike's, doing a lot of things right this year, and this horse has a lot of work, so she should be fit enough to go 6 furlongs out of a top barn. And I put PG Star, another top barn, Anita Bolton, another horse with a lot of work. Pedro Alvarado rides. He'll have her in play early. PG Star in the third spot. I went 2, 1, and 4.
Yeah, I agree with your assessment of the 2 were as good as gold. That is the horse to beat, definitely.
Yeah.
But once again, you're probably going to get 5 to 2 on were as good as gold. Is she one of the better fillies in the race? Definitely. Is she a lock? No. There are options in here. There's some first-time starters. There's some horses dropping in class, and I'm going to try with the 7-horse Lady Cash. I'm going to put that one on top. I'm going to gamble that this horse is going to be okay. I thought the first run against Dashing Dawn was solid. Came back against Capital Expense. She's running 2 of the toughest 3.5 furlong races in her first 2 starts. Then she had a bit of time off, ran in a stake. Wasn't disgraced behind Ciudad Eau Claire, Snuggles, and Hippie. I mean, those are eons better
really nice
than these horses. And I just think this horse, Reyes jumps aboard. I just think this horse has some upside and might be a player in here. So I went Lady Cash over your 2-horse were as good as gold. And I put the 6-horse Sweet Home. I was another firster I was looking at. Nelson Snow's had a great season. And this Daughter of Skimming has got some nice works, nice little 101 and 4 work, 3 works back. And that's good at this caliber.
Yeah,
they're not going to see any minute and change or 59s in the 12-5 maiden filly ranks. So I just think this horse deserves a look. Amadeo Perez shows up. I think this horse has got a shot, but definitely a race to look around. I don't disagree with your one Mini Fridge, who's cleverly named by the sire Icebox. There's some potential, and even PG Star with Anita Bolton. So there's a lot to look at in this race. There's a lot going on. You should go to the paddock, have a look at them. But I went 7, 2, and 6 in the Friday night second. On to the third race. Got some $4,000 non-winners of 3. Colts and Geldings here going a mile and a 16th. Ended up on the 5-horse. What goes around, he's a little iffy, but I mean, he's only had the 1 start in quite some time, and it was not a very good one. He does resurface down for 4,000 after that run at the 16,000 restricted level. He will go without blinkers, has a series of works since his last race. Obviously, something's gone off the rails with him, but still at this level, I'm going to give him a shot.
Should be tough enough. Even for a non-3, it isn't overly tough.
No. The 4, Stone Ridge Raider, and the 6, Stallman Peter, I think are the 2 horses that he has to outrun. Stone Ridge Raider, I put in the second spot. He's running against Tapacero and Lord Galovic and Wee Harry. Those are all horses that are very sharp right now and running well. So I think those thirds are better than they appear on paper because he is running against pretty good horses and Richard Hamill rides. So I went 5, 4, and I put Snowman and Pete, who just graduated out of the non-2 condition, in for third.
I don't have much to add. What goes around, obviously, the big dropper in here looks to be most dangerous. The only difference I put Stallman Pete in the second spot. I thought that last time in 146 and 3 was, quite good for a 4 non-2 level. And
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, that's a good time for these horses, and it had a nice style to it. And I put him on top, and Stone Ridge Raider in the third spot. Those are definitely your 3 horses. I went 5, 6, and 4, just a touch different than Mike. Out of the fourth, a maiden 8 going 6.5 for older Colts and Geldings. I went to the 2 here, PS Betting on You. Got beat by Heartset, who's a decent horse last time for 12.5. Drops in for 8. There's no really big droppers in here to be scared of. He's definitely the one. And he's got tactical speed. He's been leading in his races. Just got run down by Heartset last time, who was much the best. I think it's graduation day for him. I put the 1 Hessler in the second spot. So horse who ran first out for maiden 25 for Sandra Loseth. Adds Lasix, adds Richard Hamill. The last time he ran, he did get beat 17 lengths, but it was against The Odds Are Good and Captain Jones. It's the Command who came back to win. Way tougher horses. I like this fact that Hamill shows up on him. Probably worked him the other day on August 23rd and said, let's give it a go for 8,000. He's got very good stats. What is he batting? 40% for Sandra Lothes.
Yeah, Zenita Rosé. He's won a couple.
Exactly, he's won a couple on Zenita Rosé. So I put Hessler in the second spot, and I put Royal Briar. A horse is probably going to be a short price, and they're one that figures to be very dangerous in here. Royal Briar in the third spot. I went 2, 1, and 6.
I agree with you, 2-horse PS Betting on You. That is your horse to beat. Amadeo Perez re-rides. Good runner-up effort going long. Does shorten up to 6.5 furlongs. Should be in play early. I mean,
he's got speed.
Things aren't going to get any tough. I mean, they're going to get. This is pretty easy for him. I think PS Betting on You is your horse to beat. He's not going to get the lead. I think the 4-horse, who I've got in the second spot, One to Believe, is going to the pace setter. I mean, this horse has failed to finish in either his last 2 starts, but he wasn't against winners last time. He will get back in against maidens, and I'm just hoping that this horse, the company lines are pretty good. And, Silvano Morales hopefully can get this horse to relax and finish going 6.5. But get another sharp work. And the horse can definitely run a half mile very quickly, but it's the last quarter mile where he's wanting.
The danger, yeah.
And but he's not one. I don't want to leave him off. If it's sloppy or something, I hate leaving off horses that are going to have a 5-length lead. Maybe,
yeah, exactly.
And 22 flat. Probably going to go 45 and change, or it's already gone chasing 44s. I mean, this horse has been chasing some ridiculous fractions, and it must respect that horse. I put him in for second. I put Royal Briar in for third, but I think I agree with you. The 2 is the one to beat. I went 2, 4, 6. On to the 5th race. Some $4,000 non-winners at 2. Lifetime runners going 6.5 furlongs. I ended up on the 2-horse Similkameen Luke. I really like this horse. I thought of the horses coming out of that last race, the Cleared to Victory, This Is the Moment race that was won by Crackdown. This horse ran the best race of those 3 horses that lost. He was the one fighting with Crackdown on the head end and succumbed late. And This Is the Moment and Cleared to Victory ran by him.
He could get the pace by himself.
He did all the dirty
tonight,
work. There's no Crackdowns in here. Similkameen Luke gets the lead. I think says bye-bye. I'm going to put him on the head end. I put the 1 horse, This Is the Moment. They were interchangeable, This Is the Moment and Cleared to Victory for me. But I just put This Is the Moment, just a little better post draw. Didn't get away well, probably wasn't in good position last time, which is why he was a no threat third. But I put him in for second and Cleared to Victory for third. I went 2, 1, and 7.
I got the same horses. I just flipped off them. I thought that was a good effort by Cleared to Victory. I'm just worried about how much that race took out of Similkameen Luke. As you mentioned, it was pretty hot on the head end, going 45.
He's trying to win it. That's the thing when you're trying to win the race. Sometimes it costs you second, third, or fourth. But you did try to win the race. And now there's no.
He just ran 2 tough 45 halves in his last 2 races, and I'm just worried that maybe he's starting to get a little bit over the top. So I put Cleared to Victory on top of This Is the Moment and Similkameen Luke. Same reasons. I got the same horses. I just went 7, 1, and 2 in the 5th. On to the 6th, 3-year-olds and up, 4,000 non-3 going 6.5 furlongs. I went to the 1, Carson City Brown. Another one. It looks like it's his race to lose. Just got beat by At the Ritz last time. We came back to win the non-winners of the year. So got beat by a tough horse that day. Only got beat by a length and a quarter. And Silvano Morales has been a good addition to Hastings Park Jocks Room. He's riding very well right now.
Tidy looking rider.
He is, he does. For a bug boy. He's not a bug boy.
He's not a bug boy.
Carson City Brown I put on top of Matty the Bull, who just finished behind Carson City Brown last time. And Contact Man, another one who figures to be in the mix here. Those are the 3. I wasn't crazy about the other 3.
No, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4 I didn't like.
Yeah.
It's 1, 5, 6, but I think 1 is his race to lose. 1, 5, 6 for me.
I went 1, 6, 5. I don't have a lot to add. Carson City Brown, it's his race to win or lose.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win, then, never play him again. He's not going to win. This is a perfect scenario for Carson City Brown. He's going
on
to
the
get
rail.
The lead. He does lose the 7-pound apprentice that he did
Should probably not have had.
But he did get, was fortunate enough to get last time. And Contact Man was down on the inside, and I don't think Contact Man being down on the inside. And I just thought this horse will run a little bit better. I like him being on the outside. I just flip-flopped your second and thirds. I went 1, 6, and 5 in race number 6. On to the 7th and final. It's got to feel the 5 to get you out. Hopefully you're in front at this point of the card, because I don't think you're going to get a big one to get out. $4,000 fillies and mares going 6.5 furlongs. I see a pile of speed in here. Kyrie's Gal's got to tear off to the lead. Zanita Rose always is in position. Rachel Run has won a pile of races on the front end. And Honey Skila does come from off it, but I think Clarice B gets a great trip.
Yeah.
She's your horse to beat. I think Clarice B dropping in class is going to be very dangerous for Hall of Famer Frank Barabee. I put Rachel Run, got to respect her, even though she has been claimed last time and does drop in class. But still, Pedro Alvarado's done very well on her. I think those are your 2 horses, and I put Zanita Rose. This is a class test for her. She's getting out of restricted races, those non-2, non-3s, and non-4s. This is a tough open 4,000 for Zanita Rose, and she'll get the acid test. I went 5, 3, and 2.
I have very little to add. I picked Clarice B too. It looks like it'll set up for her, but the 2 horses for me are Clarice B and Rachel Run. If Rachel Run can, clear of Curious Gal, if something happens to her and she doesn't go, and Rachel Run gets the lead on her own, she's going to win it. If there's pace up front, look for Clarice B. Whenever she's down at this level, she's super tough. Look for Clarice B to win it. I got the same 3 horses, 5, 3, and 2 for me in the nightcap. I don't have a whole lot to add. But in any of the pick 6 or pick 4, I would play both Rachel Run
Yeah, 3-5 would be your horse.
and Clarice Speed. That'll do it for our analysis of the Friday night, the last Friday night races. Up next on screen will be our picks. Mike, as always, you're up first.
Back in race number 1, I did go to the 4-horse. Fun before the storm, but not a race I love. This is a tough race. 3.5 furlongs. Check these horses out in the paddock. A couple were scratched last time. Do your due diligence and get down there and have
Hopefully
a
we get a full field. Go to the
Yes, I
post.
know. It's starting at 7 or 8, and well, I might end up with 4 or 5, but that's what's happened last time. I went 4-2 and 1 in the Friday opener. Race number 2, I went to the 7, Lady Cash. I'm going to try. That's a minimal upset. I mean, I think she's going to get bet a little bit. I went 7-2 and 6. Race number 3, I went to the 5, the favorite probably. What goes around? I went 5-4 and 6. Race number 4, the 2, PS Betting on You. Looks really good on paper. I went 2-4 and 6. Race number 5, I went to the 2, Samilkameen Luke, 2-1 and 7 in race 5. Race number 6, I'm going to go to the 1, Carson City Brown. Definitely going to be the favorite. 1-6 and 5. And another favorite to close it out. Went to the 7-horse. Not a lot going on. I just didn't have too many clever picks there. I didn't see any wise guy horses. I went 5-3 and 2 in the Friday finale.
Yeah, as you can tell, we got a lot of the same horses. It looks like there's
It's just
some
not a great day. Yeah, this is
going to be short prices.
Some big long ones. I just don't see them.
The first, I went to the 8, Corporate Last, for the 4 and the 2. In the second, I went to the 2, Words Good as Gold, as the 1 and the 4. In the third, I went to the 5, What Goes Around, over the 6 and the 4. In the fourth, number 2, PS Betting on You, over the 1 and the 6. In the fifth, number 7, Cleared to Victory, over the 1 and the 2. In the sixth, number 1, Carson City Brown, over the 5 and the 6. And in the nightcap, the 7th, number 5, Clarice B, over the 3 and the 2.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. That'll do it for our analysis and recap of our selections of the Friday, September 4th races at beautiful Hastings Racecourse. Hopefully it is beautiful on Friday night.
Hopefully.
It's raining as of taping, but hopefully things clear up for the weekend. Our next live card will be Monday, Labor Day program. First race at 150. There are 4 stakes races on the program. There's $60,000 stakes, the CTHS sales stakes for 2-year-old fillies, 2-year-old colts, 3-year-old fillies, and
3-year-old girls.
3-year-old colts and geldings. So half the card. There are 8 races on the holiday Monday. Then the following weekend, we do have a lot of excitement. Saturday, Sundays, and
Derby Day.
The Derby, Oaks, lots of stakes
Randall.
on the September 13th Sunday program. So lots going on. September is always championship month, and there is always a lot of stakes action every weekend. The following week, the 19th and 20th, it is the Futurities, the Jack and Sadie Diamond Futurities. So lots of excitement as always in September as we try pretty soon to crown our champions in all of the divisions. So it should be a lot of fun this weekend. But yes, our last Friday night.
Just a reminder, we do have our handicapping contest here on Saturday.
Yep.
First post is at Saratoga at 12:19 p.m. Make it up to the Derby for a handicapping contest on Saturday. We won't have those again until after the Hastings season, so there's your last
It's our
chance.
final. We had the Travers handicapping contest last weekend, but this weekend, of course, the final one, as Drew mentioned, before the end of the season. So come on out, take advantage of that on a dark day at Hastings. You can come out here and watch a lot of great simulcasting from Saratoga, Del Mar.
A bunch of stakes
and
Saratoga.
there's a lot, Woodbine. There's always lots going on Saturdays. They're always very entertaining television. But that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. On behalf of Drew, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time here at the Derby Bar and Grill.